Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another... Every single time I do a tournament game, Daily Masters almost comes out of my mouth, but we're doing another Harry Bash semi-final game. It's down to the ace match of this best of three, and yeah, basically it's down to an ace match, and we almost got to see roaches in the last game. Like two roaches got out and then they got destroyed by lings, so MightyKiwi seems to be adamant that we are not going to be seeing anything past the early game tech. The very, very early game tech. I mean, roaches are still technically early game, but not going to be seeing anything past that. And he does not want to bring this game into the mid game. He just wants to own everything early on. And yeah, well, this game does last a little bit longer. You can see by the game time. So we are going to be seeing something. Hopefully we'll see some roaches, maybe even some hydras. Getting a little bit edgy there into the mid-game tech. I don't know if it's going to go that far, but man, it could. It could get to the Hydra stage. We could actually see some actual mid-game units in this game, because all we've seen so far is lings and banelings and just tons of tiny little games. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. Mr. Petraeus does not want to march to anybody else's tune, going for a hatchery first. MightyKiwi's just like, you know what, I'm going to go for the pull first. Not a ultra early pull, just a 14 pull or a 16 pull or whatever it is. He's going to go for that standard play. Going straight into a hatch, so he's going full hatch. Petraeus going for a hatch pull. And his pull's just about to be bumped out right there. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And yeah, well, we will see. We will see. It looks like MightyKiwi's going a little bit... Yeah, we'll see. Has he got gas yet? No, he's only getting his first gas now, so he's not going for any sort of crazy ling play, crazy fast lings, and a little bit more standard, and that is going to allow Petraeus to go a little bit more at his pace. We know that Petraeus can play the early game, but we know that he loves to macro. He loves to get a massive amount of aces and just go nuts, because that's what he always ends up doing in every game, so we assume that he likes doing it. So yeah, anyway, good stuff, and it's going to be a fairly quiet game between these guys. Look at this, it's like 4 minutes into the game so far. We haven't seen a single ling produced. We haven't seen a single baneling nest go down. We haven't seen anybody go absolutely mental on the other players. It's quite sedate at this point between these two players. MightyKiwi, I mean, I don't know. I honestly expected him to just go for another crazy rush scenario just to try and overwhelm Petraeus, because I don't know, man, MightyKiwi is one of the best, but Petraeus is arguably the best person left in this tournament. I mean, look at it, we're looking at Seed 1 versus Seed 4 in this tournament. Petraeus is 1, MightyKiwi is 4, so MightyKiwi may be the best of the best, but as far as the seeding is going, Petraeus is the best. So it's still not completely out of scope that MightyKiwi would just say, you know what, I'm going to rush this guy and just take him out. But I guess after game 1, it's not completely guaranteed. So maybe he's going to try his luck at getting some later stuff going. And they're both going for a fairly standard 6-7 minutes. I'm going to have banelings, I'm going to roll over you with a ton of lings with speed sort of play. They're both going for it. Although Petraeus is going for a bit more early ling production right here. Looks like he's going to try and take the advantage a bit earlier. And MightyKiwi, yes, going to be interesting. There we go. There's all his lings coming out. So he knows the game plan. Both of them know the game plan. So getting out there, 2 bases, tons of lings, a few banelings as well. Go in and start owning everything. And we'll see exactly how this works. Exactly who can get the better force right here. Oh, that Overlord. Just got a couple of hits from the Queen, and I'm sure that MightyKiwi is not happy about it. Here we go. First baneling's coming out. MightyKiwi preferring to build his army back at home. Obviously feels like he's going to be the defender here, and he is absolutely right. 6 banelings actually coming in. If they get the shots off on these guys, that is going to be huge right here. Oh, massive amount of lings running into the banelings. That's not a good idea. That's not good at all. Look at these little baneling micro. Managed to find their partners. Oh, 2 for 2 right there. And so far, nobody really taken any sort of advantage right here. We do have a slight advantage on Petraeus' side, but that's mainly workers. So he has got a worker advantage. That's interesting right there. That's very interesting. So I think he's been building a couple of workers while MightyKiwi's just been going nuts on the Ling. So in Ling count right now, MightyKiwi does have the advantage. So he could definitely go in here, do some damage. The Spine Crawler just about to finish here. And there we go. It's going to be sniping Banelings right here. See how well it can do at sniping these Banelings. He's going to put up the barrier right here. There we go. The gate is locked down. And suddenly MightyKiwi cannot just stream through like he could. Although he's got enough Banelings to actually own everything right here. There he goes on the creep. The Banelings trying to find a way in. Finally kill this gate right here. And the Queen falling back. The Ling streaming in. Not finding a hole still. And Petraeus has got this base tucked up nice and tight. They can possibly go around here. But they're getting held back by the Queen. Managed to get another Queen back in there. The Lings surrounding both the Queens. Queens are going to go down. But the Banelings for Petraeus running on in. Doing a fair amount of Ling damage. And these 4 Lings are just managed to survive. Going to morph into a Baneling right there, another Baneling right there, and just morphing into Banelings everywhere to try and run in and just own everything. And Petraeus trying his hardest to get all of these guys down. He doesn't know about this one right now, and this one is going to be running in. He's got the rest, but he hasn't got this one, and oh, boom. Down it goes. Doesn't kill everything though, just takes off most of the health. And right now the Lings desperately need to get in and actually do the damage right there. There's a ton of Lings coming in, trying to get in. The Baneling's going to be moving in. Just take out the Queen, dude. Really take out the Queen. The Banelings don't want to take out the Queen. Oh, they took out a bunch of other stuff though. And now MightyKiwi looking like he's in a good position. Petraeus has 10 more workers, but that could change very, very fast. And the Ling's actually running off. I don't know. They should have gone in there, man. That base is wide open. They just absolutely ransacked that worker count. It's not too late though, but here we go. The Lings managing to hold off Petraeus with a massive army behind his expansion, moving it out into play right now. The Queen providing a ton of DPS backup to sort of stave this off, and this gate right here is holding off so beautifully. And MightyKiwi, I mean, he may have had a couple of chances, like one chance to get his Lings in there, just past this army, but he did not take it. Instead, choosing to go for a third base, and he thinks he's got Petraeus on the back foot right here. He's going for a Roach Warren. He's got a Spire coming out, but Petraeus choosing to move out. He's built up a phenomenal amount of Banelings, and this could go very, very badly for MightyKiwi because he's not really building army units anymore. He's stopped building the massive amount of Lings, and maybe that was a mistake right here. So we'll see exactly how this works. He's got to force a cancel on the third base, which is, you know, which is fine. Should force a cancel anyway. The Lings are going to try and take them out. Here we go. Manages to cancel at the very last second before all those guys taken out. And now the Banelings coming in for Mr. Petraeus. Kiwi is just like, what? What? And a whole lot of his workers just went down. He's down under 33. Under whatever. And here we go. The Banelings going for it. Oh, MightyKiwi's not going to be able to stop him. A ton of workers going down. Petraeus just absolutely demolished everything. And now he has 15 workers down. And I think Petraeus just has to lean on MightyKiwi right now because I think he's got everything he needs. He's building the mutas right now. I mean, MightyKiwi has roaches coming out, and under ideal circumstances, that would be a great way to turn this game around. But with mutas coming out for Petraeus, I do not know because, of course, roaches, if they're in big enough number, they can bypass the mutas, but eventually they will go down. And I'm going to assume that Petraeus is going to know they are there and he's going to be taking them out. Here we go, Muta's having a go at this force, and MightyKiwi, he's got to know that his roaches, man, I do not think these roaches are going to be able to do that much. They're coming out now, but the Mutas are going to be smacking them all over the place, and at their very, very best, all they can do is take out that base, which is not going to be enough, and MightyKiwi decides to give the GG. He did not have enough to go into Hydras or Mutas or anything to really hold back those guys, and his macro was so low, the only way you could keep this game going was to do a decisive hit on Petraeus' own economy to really knock out a ton of workers, but it's not going to happen, so he decided to give the GG, and there we go, Petraeus once again taking it on to the grand final. He will be facing either King Kong or Ender, the second and third seeds in this tournament, and as to which one of them manages to go through, we do not know yet. We have not cast those games, but we will be casting them starting tomorrow. It's going to be awesome, so stay tuned for that. And yes, it's going to be awesome. So I think I said that already. But I'll see you guys then. This has been Hairy Muppet, and I hope you enjoyed this game.